Hey, what's up, traders? Monday, February 27th, 9:10 a.m. Here are your morning ideas. Okay, guys, new week, and the first thing we always do on the new week is, let's go here. You can use any one you want. I've used Forex Factory for 10 years. That's why I use this one. I'm sure there are better ones before you tell me that this one sucks. Sure, there are better ones out there. I don't really care. This is the one I use because I've used it forever. Um, no news this week. Today. Let's just check the whole week, just to make sure that we have some PMI numbers and consumer confidence. So it's a pretty light week of news compared to some of the previous weeks we've had. So that's a good thing. That'll take us right back into the charts. We did finally bounce off of that area we were looking for, 3967-ish, 3970. It's really an area. We bounced off of that on Friday. You can see down here we got all the way down into 3950. So we dipped. That was the low of Friday. When we talked, we said that it would likely, since it was thick below it, it would likely be a slow trudge lower if it was going to, but more likely to just kind of get caught up there. I said that we would close with a VPOC at 3967. We closed with a VPOC at 3966.50 or 3967. It's basically the same VPOC as the last 10 months. Remember, I don't know if you go back to the morning ideas from Friday, I said that on these days when the market gets tangled up here, what ends up happening is we end up trading a lot on the same value that we've been trading on for the whole year, and the VPOC showed that. This is just a good example of how the market has a memory, and it just goes back to the same areas and treats those areas very similarly to what it was before. It likes trading there, and then we get the bounce, a little bit of a bounce into the close, and then we push higher into the overnight session. Where does that leave us? I included all of the trading into this big picture, and remember, we've been here since April of last year, so we're almost a full year, and we've just been trading in this range. Okay, we will eventually go out of this range, and it will be an explosive move, because you got to think of these ranges as a coil. The longer and we're in here, and the more we trade in here, that coil, it contracts and contracts, and then it explodes. And when we get out of there, we get a lot of stops being hit. So when we do move out of these areas, it will be a pretty large move. However, we're tangled up in here now. My what I want to see this week is if we can hold above the VPOC. If we Now that we've bounced off of it, we'd like to see the market move. If you're a buyer, the market move back up to 4180 and test these levels again. If we can't do that and we fall back below the 3960 area, we're very likely to start heading down into here. I can make this bigger. This is the area I'm talking about. We would likely head back down into here into the low 3800s, as that's the other part of the value of this very large area. Now, if we look nail down a little bit further and we look at the 4 hour, I don't see a whole lot here that I don't see in the real big picture. Again, maybe you have an intermediate area at 4100 before you get all the way up to 4180. So that's an area on the 4 hour to look at. But when we were moving up, we were kind of trending. So if I added some indicators here for when we broke out, okay, so we were in some sort of a resemblance of a balance, but I really think that this is two areas, one down here, and then we found one up here too. We're coming pulling back now. Remember, 3970 was that area. Was that 3970 was the area we were talking about from before. I believe that if we can't hold on to that area, I think we'll scoot down into this area, 3870, and then ultimately like those low 3800s, which is what I was talking about, from the biggest picture over here. Um, so now that we've seen that, when we go down to the 15 minute, all I'm looking at the 15 minute is some actionable areas to kind of play that big picture. Um, Overnight, I don't know if you want to call it kind of trending up, but we are above the VWAP right now. The area that I'm looking for is, big picture 41. What do we say? 41.80 on the 4 hour. It was more like 41.10, and that will bring us up into this area right here. So remember, right now we're still kind of in this hole where we're trying to fill in this area in the hole of the big picture. That would bring us back into 4100 on the 4 hour. So that's kind of what I'm looking at as the longer term, or what I'm looking at for this week, is to see if we can get back to 4110. If we could take 4110, then 4180. But that's still about 200 points away, right? 4110 is 100 points away. I think that's more doable. And then below, I'm keeping a very, very close eye on 3966, the VPOC from Friday. It is the same VPOC as this area. If we get below that, I believe that we're heading down towards the low 3800s, with a couple intermediate stops, maybe in 3850 area. But this area is the closest actionable area that I'm looking for. It's VPOC from Friday. I would look to buy down there because I know that I don't have to have my stop very far below that. And if the market gets there, then I know that the market will likely make a decision there. Either we're going to bounce or we're going to fall through, and then we're going to head down towards 3,800. Okay. So I know that's a lot. It's a Monday. I'm trying to, paint the picture for the whole week and kind of do some stuff for today in the same video. I'm going to be announcing the winners for the week 2 of the what are we at right now? We are in the Apple promo, giving away the iPad today. I will announce that winner here in a second and talk a little bit about week 3. So be sure to keep an eye on those videos today, guys, and I will let you guys go. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you guys in the next video.